Yeah, so 23 is amazing. I can't wait to go and race with Gene at 23 Worlds. But the big goal was to be in the senior team this year, which will get decided over the course of this week. So hopefully I can race well here and be in that, and that'd be a really good way to spend this year. But then beyond that would be to go to the Olympics next year. Yeah, that's the big goal. Yeah. There's got to come a time when new people come in. It's always going to be hard to push people out, but it's if you want to do it, you've got to be able to do it. So that's one thing you got to have in your mind is that it's not a team sport, and if you have to, you've got to be able to push people out of the positions that you want. So yeah, I think I can do it, and yeah, it'll be really good. We've got a really good training group with Jimmy coaching and Dave Smith as well. Like it's a really good group, and then I've got Dad's help as well, and I've got some really good people around me that have helped me a lot. But yeah, it was a surprise. It was a surprise. I didn't think that I'd do as well as I'm doing. Well, I'd like to be able to say that it's not a surprise, and I knew I'd be like, but it was a bit. It's been a nice surprise. Yeah. That's the thing. It was really easy to get into. It was a sport that was always really appealing because Dad did it. So it was always a sport that you looked at and thought it'd be pretty cool to go and do what Dad did. But yeah, my family always did it. Dad always paddled, and he always heard stories about Dad paddling and from other people other than Dad. But then my older brother paddled, as he's always paddled, and so yeah, it's always been a paddling family, and it's something we always had in common, so it was good. It was an easy sport to be able to go and do. Originally I played AFL, and then I had knee injuries that meant I couldn't play that anymore, but I'd always paddled in Surf Lifesaving from the age of about 11 or 12. Always enjoyed that, and then when I couldn't play footy anymore, which was I think in October of 2017, I had about 4 months to really focus on paddling through to Nationals of Surf Lifesaving. So I did that and had a really good Nationals, and then after Nationals of Surf, just sat down with Dad and looked at what my options were now that I couldn't play footy anymore, and we decided that kayaking was the way to go. I think I'm naturally a competitive person, so that's something that I always had. Growing up at home with an older brother, and you're always competitive, but I think playing AFL, that helps you a lot with being around a team and working with other people and working well with other people. You learn a lot about that. But then I always paddled as well, which means that I learned how to just be on your own as well, and have to be able to line up in a surf race, and it's just you, and only you can race, and no one else can be out there with you. You just over the course of years, you just learn lots of different small things that help you be a better competitor. Me personally, I was always going to paddle in surf. I was always going to do surf because it was a good way for me to get away from AFL over the off season, because AFL was a winter sport and then surf was over the summer. So it was a really good way to get away from it. But I think if I wasn't playing AFL, I would have always kayaked. I think it's just that next level. It's that next level up. If you can be a really good surf paddler, but the natural progression to go the next level up is kayaking. So I think that I was always wanted to push it a little bit more, and yeah, I think that's really it. It was just that next level up in competitiveness, and I think if you could be really good in surf, naturally the next thing to do was to go and paddle kayaks as well. Yeah.